So I feel like where I want to start talking is around the ecstatic current, actually. It's like that connection into the earth, and to really allow ourselves to feel that she is alive, to feel her life force, to connect into her, and to realize that it is our birthright to constantly drop in and connect and to receive from her. And when we can, what opens up through the womb is actually our ability to feel the ecstatic current of life. And so the ecstatic current, like when Lucy and you kind of spoke about Eros, it's like there is no difference. Ecstasy is actually all of the cells vibrating and being alive together. It's every single cell in the body just going and vibrating at once, which is Eros in our body. It is that amazing life force that activates within our body. Well, she has that too. Earth has that too within her body. And so when we're able to activate our own ecstatic current, our own Eros, and connect into the ecstatic current of the earth, we can allow her to literally move us. We can drop in away from the place of like, where am I going next? What am I going to do next? How do I do it? And just drop in and feel her. And she will literally move you. Like I think with Lucy, I've shared that story with you. If like I went to Vietnam and I spent an entire month only moving when I felt the ecstatic current. And if that meant that I was sitting on the side of the road with nowhere to sleep, then I would sit on the side of the road with nowhere to sleep. But that's not what happened. There was just this divine guidance that begins to happen. And I feel like this is one of the mysteries of the feminine. This is actually one of the pieces that one of the keys that we are able to access as being women, as being connected to wombs. And, you know, I also very strongly believe that men are able to work with the womb. Anybody, whether they do or don't have the physical womb, is able to work with the womb. But it's like the mysteries is a more is feminine, right? And so one of the access points is through the womb. And so through our own womb and into her womb, into the earth's womb, we're able to activate our own keys and therefore activate that ecstatic current that will move us through our life. And it's beyond the intuition that might be like, oh, I had this feeling, I had this thought drop in that I was supposed to do something. And it's literally the body just moves. It's almost like something else is moving it. There is no thought process in it. And there's such a depth of power and a depth of magic in that. And I feel like that's actually where I've activated and accessed so much of my magic, is by choosing to follow this current. And it's like, it's not just going to kind of pop up and open to anyone. It's like, you can't just sit there in your head and be like, cool, so like make me move and show me where to make me move and show me where to go. It's like there is this process of needing to learn to drop out of the headspace and to come into the womb and to really drop into that space. And I feel like a lot of people are scared actually to drop into the darkness that is the womb, because there is a feeling of almost like a death that needs to happen, which is kind of ironic that the womb is around birth, but it also is about a constant death. Every single month of our cycle, we are dying. There is that death that happens. And to truly drop into the womb and to truly drop into the gifts and the magic of the womb is to start to embrace the darkness, and that actually our womb is dark light. She is void. She is a dark energy. And when there's that fear of going into the darkness, it's like the I don't want to, you know, we go into this, I don't want to die. And we fight against this feeling of like, maybe I'm going to die to something, when we can begin to embrace that feeling of like, oh, yes, I'm going to die, like the sweet ecstatic bliss of allowing the death to come into the darkness. That's when we can really start to drop in and learn to follow the ecstatic current, because we're no longer trying to just follow what the ego mind is wanting. We've let go. And so it's in, you know, Lucy, you've gone through womb spiral, so you know the place of annihilation, like the end of womb spiral is to accept the is to open to the annihilation. To me, that is like when you can open to the annihilation, that is when you can really begin to feel the ecstatic current of life and allow it to move you, because you're no longer in the place of, what does my calendar say? Where do I have to go? What does everybody else say? What does my mind tell me that I'm supposed to be creating? And it's no longer there. You're in the void, you're in the cosmic womb. And so to me, that's like following the ecstatic current. So hopefully that kind of shares with you a little bit around that.